Ranking all the different jobs I've had. I started working when I was about, I don't know, 15, and I'm 23 now, so I've had quite a few jobs, I feel like, for my age. I'm gonna go from my least favorite to my favorite. So, starting off strong, I was a nanny, and this is the job I had consistently like this whole time until like 3 years ago when I started to do my job I do now. I was a nanny for so many different families, and honestly, I just got so burnt out. That's why it's like my least favorite on the list. I had some bad families. That's all I can say. I have so many stories. Number 7, this is my list, by the way, secretary. So I worked as a secretary for this general store in my town, and I am not good with books, but I would go up there, I would go upstairs, I would get on QuickBooks, and I would organize like all the finances and everything, and it was so boring. I only lasted a few months. Coming in at number 6, Cosmoprof Sales Associate. So if you don't know what Cosmoprof is, it's a retail store. So it's just retail basically, but only for like professional cosmetologists. So only like hairdressers and nail people and aesthetics and stuff. It was minimum wage. It was terrible money. And it was so boring. It was really boring, but it was kind of nice. Like I like to do tedious tasks. So like just restocking shelves and like checking people out, and I had like some cool coworkers, so that's I feel like why the ranking is a little bit better. But yeah, it was so boring, and it was honestly not even worth the time. The money was so terrible. Coming in hot at number 5, gym front desk. So I worked front desk at a gym. I guess I don't know what my job position is called, like front desk supervisor or something. But I worked at the gym, and basically I would just, buzz people in and out and give them tours of the gym and clean equipment, show them how to use equipment. That job was kind of fun, but it was also pretty boring because you just chilled up front. You also get hit on a lot by the old guys at the gym, which I low-key kind of liked. All right, now we're getting into like my top favorites. Breakfast burrito maker is coming in at number 4. So also for this general store, I did not want to be the secretary, so I quit that. But they had another position open of the breakfast burrito maker, I guess. So my job then, before I went to school or anything, I'd wake up early, I would go into the deli, I would make tons of breakfast burritos and breakfast sandwiches, kind of just like the breakfast, like biscuits and gravy. I would like make it all, and then I would pop out and go to school. And that job was actually kind of fun, and I like making breakfast burritos still. Number 3, Starbucks barista. So I was a Starbucks barista for all of like 4 or 5 months maybe. This was after I worked at the gym. I got bored there, so I was like, I'm gonna go work at Starbucks. And that, I will say, Starbucks is a nice job because they do give like a lot of benefits to their employees, and you get Starbucks all day. I feel like that was just the best perk. I like sipping on Starbucks for free while you worked. And yeah, it was fun, but I had the opening shift, so I had to wake up at 3 a.m. because I lived like an hour away from the Starbucks, and I would get there and it was so early in the eventually I was like, Nia, this ain't for me. Number 2, I worked at the yogurt shop. I don't know what my title would be, but I worked at the yogurt shop, and that was my first job I ever got, like my first real job. And that job was pretty fun. I would go to school. Hi, Juniper. I would go to school, and then I would go to softball practice or cheer, and then I would go work in my little yogurt shop for 3 hours, and it was actually pretty fun, and you got to eat yogurt. So, yeah. And lastly, my favorite job, aside from the one that I do now, like content creating, is dog walker. So this job surprisingly made me the most out of all the jobs on this list. I had a dog walking business. I did Rover, I did care.com, I posted on Nextdoor, I posted on Facebook, and I got enough clients that it became like my full-time gig. I pet sat for like a porcupine and stuff. It was kind of cool. A chameleon. I've done obviously lots of dogs, cats, horses, cows, all that stuff, but it was pretty chill. I would maybe do that again if I was low on money. I feel like it's a great side job too. But also you get really fit, because I would be walking like hours and hours every day, and then my legs were like looking really good. Those are all the jobs I've had currently. I will say there's some honorable mentions. I've done a lot of side quests. Like one summer I mowed, like I had a bunch of people I would mow their lawns, and that was actually really fun. I like mowing lawns. And I've done like painting projects for people. I've done like watering people's plants and stuff. And also with the pet sitting, this is like a cool story. Now they're like my family friends, like I love them. But I had these clients and they moved to Hawaii, and then they still wanted me to watch their dog. So they would fly me to Hawaii, and I would stay in Hawaii and watch their dog while they went out of town. And yeah, that was obviously great. The job that I've had is the one that I have now. I love making content and doing like social media type of stuff. So yeah, that's definitely like top of the list. But I'm sure I'll get bored and I'll have a million other jobs. We'll see.